Hey guys, Cam here from Pocket-lint, and this time of year it's all about this guy, the Galaxy S10 Plus, and its smaller brother, the Galaxy S10. Now the Galaxy S has been a mainstay flagship in the Android lineup for quite a number of years now. In fact, it's been 10 years, hence the 10 in the name. But this year it's better than ever, and it has one of the most versatile camera systems we've ever seen on a smartphone on the back. So I wanted to dig into it and show you exactly what this thing can do. But before we get into that, I wanted to give a quick shout out to our partners EE. If you're stuck on who to buy your Galaxy S10 or S10 Plus from, give EE a look. They have the UK's fastest and most widespread 4G network, plus some great deals. If you want to check them out, there's a link in the description box. Now first up, I wanted to talk about the basics. And the basics are what make this camera system fantastic. It's a triple camera. And what we absolutely love about this camera system is that for each of the three cameras there's a reason for existence. There's no resolution sensor that's only used for depth information. Instead, each one has a different focal length. So the primary wide camera is what will take most of your regular shots. It's a 12 megapixel sensor with dual pixel phase detection autofocus and is optically stabilized to ensure blur is kept to a minimum. It also has a mechanical aperture, which I'll get into a little bit later. So this is basically your jack of all trade, does everything camera, but the other two are very useful as well. There's the telephoto zoom lens, and this offers a 2x zoom without any loss in detail. So if you can't get close enough to what you're trying to shoot, you can get zoomed in, and because of that lens makeup, you don't end up with a horrible pixelated image like you would on a digital zoom. Lastly, and probably my favourite of the three, is the ultra-wide sensor. This is really useful if you're taking a picture of a landscape and you want to get in as much as possible into the frame, or if you're in a very confined space and you can't quite get everything you need to get into the shot. It widens up your field of view. With all three together, it's a really great tool. Almost like carrying around a camera with multiple lenses, except it's all built into a smartphone. Number two, and one of the other things I love, is called Best Shot, or Shot Suggestion. So Best Shot is basically a great option for those that might not be 100% confident in shooting and lining up the frame accurately every time. Once you activate it by going into the camera settings and switching the toggle on that says Shot Suggestion, you'll get a little interface on the camera screen, helping you to line up your frame. In it, you'll see a round solid dot appear on what it thinks is the main subject, and then a ring appears on the screen as well. So you aim the camera to get the dot inside the ring, and then use the line level to get the shot straight. Shoot, and your photo is done. It's really easy and convenient, quite smart too. Now number three, and I said we would get back into this a bit later, and now is the time to talk about that mechanical aperture. So like having those three focal lengths is great for getting different fields of view, the mechanical aperture is great if you're switching from low light to daylight or vice versa. It switches automatically between f-stop 1.5 and f-stop 2.4 depending on the light available. And for those of you unsure about what that means, the lower the number, the more light it lets in. So when the light drops, it switches to f-stop 1.5, opens it up and lets in more light to the sensor so your picture doesn't look like a noisy mess. Now if you want to control it manually, you can. You just have to launch the camera into Pro mode and then tap on the little icon with the f-stop 1.5 label on it and switch between them whenever you feel like it. Next up is something of a first for any smartphone ever launched, and it's HDR10 Plus video shooting. Now Samsung's known for pushing boundaries of what smartphone cameras can do, and with the latest ones you can shoot in HDR10 Plus. And that means when you're shooting video of scenes with harsh contrast between light and dark, it'll even it all out and give you great brightness detail, and simultaneously balancing out the harsh contrast while also retaining the color. Once recorded, you can view it on any HDR10 Plus compliant display. It's worth noting though that if you do try and watch it on just a standard regular monitor, it won't look as good. You do really need the screen to be optimized to make the most of this. A couple more features here are clearly here just for fun, and one of those is AR Emoji. You use the front camera or cameras to scan yourself and create a little character. Then you can use this to place a face on top of your face and take photos and videos. You can even shoot a little mini version of yourself and put it onto a background. Lastly, there's super slow motion. Now, Samsung has some super slow motion chops and has done for the last couple of years. Just select the super slow motion option and you can capture motion at 960 frames per second and play it back at a really slow speed. You can try snapping it manually if you want to, or you can add in a little motion sensing box onto the screen, and then whenever it detects motion in this area, it'll automatically shoot a very short burst of really high frame rate video. Another warning though, you do need the light to be very good for this to work well. In low light, it struggles to get enough to make the shots look good. So there you have it. Some awesome features in the Galaxy S10 camera that make it one of the most versatile and powerful camera systems on a smartphone to date. I've been Cam, I'm at Cam Bunton on all the important social media networks. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye for now.